We road tripped New Zealand from Auckland all the way to Queenstown, and we ate everything. We expected to find a few things to skip, but honestly, everything in New Zealand surprised us. And here's the problem. New Zealand is expensive, and nothing ruins a trip faster than dropping $100 on a bland tourist trap dinner. Crayfish, green lip mussels, whitebait fritters, Bluff Oysters, New Zealand lamb, and Pavlova. We're giving you real prices, honest opinions, and a clear verdict on all of it. And oh yeah, we tried to find a proper meat pie, but we'll get to that. New Zealand food isn't flashy. It's simple dishes with shockingly good ingredients. This is the food guide we'd wished we'd had before we went. We're just two Canadian tourists, but we expected some great food and got it. All right, let's go. So here's the context. We started in Auckland on the North Island, and we road tripped all the way down to Queenstown on the South Island. We're talking 14 days, 2,000 kilometers, both islands. And we made it our mission to try every iconic New Zealand food we could. Fish and chips, green lip mussels, whitebait fritters, bluff oysters, crayfish, lamb, pavlova, and meat pies. Well, we'll come back to that. First up, fish and chips. And we know what you're thinking. Fish and chips? Really? That's not unique to New Zealand. But here, the fish is almost always fresh caught, and the batter is lighter than anything we get back at home. We had ours at casual and fine dining restaurants. It's available everywhere. Cost us about $25 to even up to $38 for a solid portion. Verdict? There is something about fish and chips. It's comfort food, but worth it? Yes, but only once for us. There's too many other great foods to try here. Green lip mussels. These are everywhere in New Zealand, but we love the ones from the Marlborough Sound and Kaikoura region best. We had ours at Nim's Bin in Kaikoura, a famous roadside stop for $25 a dozen. They were massive, embarrassingly large compared to what we eat at home. These mussels are so big, you gotta use your hand. You can't use your little fork to get it. Oh, wow, the flavor. It just bursts, it just fills you. The flavor is sweeter and more delicate. We had them steamed in white wine and garlic. Worth it? Definitely. One thing, order them steamed. The fried version exists, but steamed is where the actual flavor is. And pro tip, an ocean view always makes mussels taste even better. And this is the point in the trip where we set out to get our first New Zealand meat pie. You know, the iconic Kiwi comfort food we assumed we would find everywhere, on every single menu, in every little cafe. But spoiler alert, nope. We seriously couldn't find them anywhere, which honestly blew our minds. This was a surprise we didn't plan for. Whitebait fritters. This was completely new for us. We weren't sure what to expect. So whitebait is a tiny little fish, translucent. You can see through them, and they cook them whole in an egg batter to make these little fritters. The whole fish, the eyes, the guts, and everything.
So can you see the little bits of fish in there? They're just little bits of fish. You can see the little strings of fish right there.
And before you scroll away, they're delicious. The flavor is mild, almost like a savory fritter with this subtle ocean undertone. We had them at the Pier Hotel in Kaikoura for $42. Worth it? Well, for me, a big yes. Jay, she still needs convincing. And if you're a seafood lover and you're in New Zealand, you have to try this at least once. It's truly authentic. Only a New Zealand experience, but you just won't find anywhere else. A must-try for the adventurous foodie, for sure. Before we get into the food heavy hitters, if you're finding this useful for your own epic New Zealand adventure, hit subscribe. Join our travel family. We've got the full New Zealand series coming, covering everything from our ultimate New Zealand road trip planning guide to how to spend 2 days in Queenstown for food and wine lovers, and our unforgettable Milford Sound day trip, and so much more. You definitely won't want to miss a single New Zealand bucket list moment. Okay, it's Kaikoura Crayfish. This might be the single most important food decision you make in New Zealand. And I want to be upfront about the cost before we even get into it. Kaikoura South Island. That's your destination for this amazing food. It's a coastal town that lives and breathes crayfish. We stopped at Nim's Bin in Kaikoura and shelled out $118 for a whole crayfish. We know that sounds like a lot for one meal, but this isn't just any lobster. The meat is sweet, firm, and buttery. Is it worth it? Definitely. Yes. If you're budget conscious, split a half crayfish. Now, Bluff Oysters. They come from Bluff, the tiny southern tip of the South Island, and they have a season, roughly March to August. We got lucky. They're bigger and saltier than Pacific oysters, more briny, more intense. And we had ours at Som Wine and Bar Bistro in Auckland for $6 each. Worth it? Well, if you consider yourself an oyster connoisseur, yes, no question. These are considered among the best in the world. The flavor is definitely there.
Down the hatch. I'm waiting for these.
Whoa, that's big.
If you don't normally like oysters, these oysters could convert you. Now for the New Zealand culinary icon. New Zealand lamb. We were genuinely excited for this one, and you taste the difference. We had lamb loin at Bulcott Street Bistro in Wellington for $49. It was perfectly prepared.
This lamb is perfectly cooked. It just melts in your mouth. This restaurant delivers. It's our favorite restaurant in Wellington for sure.
Worth it? Absolutely. This is a culinary highlight for us. And here's a bonus tip. When you're in a restaurant, look for a specific cuts, like a beautiful roasted lamb rack or the tender lamb loin. You won't regret it. Now for a truly iconic New Zealand dessert, Pavlova. This meringue-based masterpiece is an absolute must-try when you're here. It's simply unforgettable.
Pavlova. And it's delicious. I'm going to break it open. Wow.
And there's like, what is this, black currant or?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, black currant on top of it.
Good, but that's yours and this is mine.
Wow. What makes New Zealand Pavlova so special is its incredible lightness. It's sweet, but never overly sweet. Worth it? Well, that's a definite yes. This is a dessert experience you don't want to miss in New Zealand. Our wild card, Marmite or Vegemite. We knew that New Zealand has its own version called Marmite. We found Australian Vegemite in a hotel in Wellington. We tried it anyway, of course we did.
Okay, here we go. Toast has been buttered. Now it's time for Vegemite. Very weird. Almost salty.
Look, if you want the actual New Zealand experience, get Marmite. It's less sharp than Vegemite and more mellow. And there you have it, our incredible mouth-watering journey through the traditional taste of New Zealand. From the pristine waters giving us those massive green-lipped mussels and unforgettable Kaikoura crayfish, to the rich, earthy flavors of pasture-raised New Zealand lamb and the sweet, airy delight of Pavlova. The food scene here is truly great. It's an honest, delicious reflection of this stunning country's landscape and sea. We did think there'd be some dishes we wouldn't prefer as much, but that really didn't happen. We liked everything, and I think you will too. Our biggest regret, it's not finding that perfect, iconic meat pie. But every regret just fuels the desire to return.
So good.
We'd come back for the Kaikoura crayfish alone. So if you love tasting New Zealand through your eyes and want to see more of our adventures across both the North and South Islands, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We've got so much more on our New Zealand series of videos coming your way, packed with all the delicious food and essential trip planning insights you need for your own adventure in New Zealand. Don't miss out. Hey, and we'll see you on the next adventure.